A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a shocking turn of events, Richard Hughes, the Chief of the Office for Budget Responsibility, OBR, has resigned following a scathing report that labeled last week's budget leak as the worst failure in the organization's 15-year history. The leak, which revealed sensitive fiscal forecasts nearly an hour before the Chancellor's official presentation, has raised serious questions about the OBR's operational integrity and leadership accountability. The investigation, which followed the premature release of the Economic and Fiscal Outlook (EFO) document, concluded that the OBR must urgently overhaul its methods of publishing sensitive reports. The report highlighted that two significant errors in the WordPress publishing system led to the early disclosure, which not only disrupted the Chancellor's speech, but also posed potential risks to market stability. Hughes, who had been at the helm of the OBR since 2020 and was recently reappointed for a second term, expressed his regret over the incident, stating he was stepping down to allow the organization to move past this regrettable episode swiftly. In his resignation letter addressed to the Chancellor and the chair of the Commons Treasury Committee, Hughes took full responsibility for the identified shortcomings, emphasizing the need for the OBR to implement the report's recommendations to restore public confidence. The leak, which occurred at 11:35 a.m. last Wednesday, revealed the contents of a record-breaking tax rise budget and was accessed by an unknown party before the Chancellor began her address. The report confirmed that there was no evidence of hostile cyber activity or collusion within the OBR, attributing the leak to configuration errors that failed to secure the sensitive documents prior to their scheduled release. The implications of this leak are profound, with Treasury Minister James Murray expressing grave concerns over the potential access to market-sensitive information by a select group of individuals. He highlighted the seriousness of the situation, noting that the first IP address to access the EFO made 32 attempts that day, indicating a concerning level of persistence that suggested prior success in accessing confidential information. The investigation's findings have not only put pressure on Hughes, but have also drawn criticism towards the Treasury and the Cabinet Office for failing to address the operational limitations of the OBR. The report pointed out that the watchdog's resources are significantly underpowered for the scale of its responsibilities, particularly regarding the publication of large and sensitive documents like the budget. In the wake of Hughes' resignation, political tensions have escalated, with conservative leader Kemi Badenoch accusing the Chancellor of using Hughes as a human shield to deflect blame. Badenoch's comments reflect a broader criticism of the government's handling of the situation, with calls for accountability extending to the leadership of the Treasury. Meanwhile, Labour's Rachel Reeves expressed her gratitude for Hughes' years of service, while reaffirming the government's commitment to protecting the independence of the OBR and upholding the integrity of the fiscal framework. However, the political fallout from this incident continues to unfold, with opposition leaders questioning the government's transparency and competence. The report, authored with input from cybersecurity expert Professor Karen Martin, not only emphasized the need for immediate changes in the OBR's publication processes, but also acknowledged that this was not the first breach of its kind. Similar premature access to forecasts was recorded during the Chancellor's spring statement, raising further alarm about the OBR's ability to safeguard sensitive information. As the dust settles from this scandal, the OBR faces a critical juncture. The organization must not only mend its public image, but also address the systemic issues that have led to such a significant breach of trust. The recommendations from the report will be pivotal in guiding the OBR towards a more secure and reliable operational framework. In conclusion, Richard Hughes' resignation marks a significant moment in the history of the OBR, reflecting the serious repercussions of the budget leak and the urgent need for reform within the organization. The political landscape is now rife with speculation about the future of fiscal governance in the UK, as the government grapples with the fallout from this unprecedented failure. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.